comes knocking, how prepared is your family? You can't just close the door on earthquakes, floods, or hurricanes and hope they go away. That's why it's important to make a plan now. Ready.gov/plan has the tools and tips you need to prepare your family for an emergency. So if disaster shows up at your doorstep, you'll be ready. Visit ready.gov/plan and make a plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Faucet running?
That's not a faucet. That's a river rushing through the forest. Forest rivers provide over 100 million people with clean water to drink.
What? I can't hear you because of the vacuum.
That's not a vacuum. That's the trees in the forest cleaning up the air we breathe.
I didn't know the trees were so amazing.
Yep, and the forest gives us shade, trees to climb.
That's awesome. Let's go explore some more.
Visit the forest today and enjoy all it does, just for you. To learn more about the forest and find one near you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Danica Patrick. Watching my nieces grow, play, and learn is amazing, but not every child gets to be carefree. 1 in 6 kids in the U.S. are hungry. This breaks my heart, and it's something that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and gives it to families in need. To help, visit feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
In the wake of a disaster, what one thing can you send that will help people the most? A blanket, a tent, a sandbag, a doctor. Actually, if you send a monetary donation, you send all these things. Even a small donation can make a big impact and can quickly become exactly what people affected by disaster need most.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Grinder House. Yeah. We have an incredible show for y'all tonight, like we do every Friday night. But I just want to give you guys some understanding or background on Grinder House a little bit tonight. We're a part of the Music Pathways, the Tennessee Music Pathways. That's their primary tourism campaign that they're running right now. It's like a bourbon trail, although it's where music and specifically live music is going on. So Clarksville has 4 official locations on the Music Pathway: the Palace Theater, the Grinder House, the Cumberland County Playhouse, as well as Mandy Barnett. If y'all know of her, she's very, very well known in the music industry. She was given an official location which she had planted in the courthouse lawn. So that's our 4 here. We're super excited to be a huge part of the music industry in Cumberland County. Grinder House is a listening room. It's very much like a house concert, for instance. What we do is we're not a bar. We're here to listen to the music and the concert that we're presenting to y'all and really get stories behind where songs are written. It's a singer-songwriter show, and we're super happy to showcase those folks. And I'm going to stop talking so y'all can listen to the great artists we have tonight. Everybody, a warm welcome for Eric Ryan. Eric, take it away, brother.
How you guys doing tonight? Well, like I said, my name's Eric Ryan. I live just outside Nashville. I come from Florida, which is where I was born, but I was raised kind of all over Alabama, Virginia. I love doing what I do. It's hard sometimes to accurately convey that. It kind of looks like I'm the one up here under the spotlight, but I guess I always say that I'm like a phone and y'all are the charging cable. Without power, I'm just a paperweight. I'm going to play some covers for you guys tonight and some originals as well. And I hope you guys like what you hear. I can get her in tune. Well, I ain't rich, but I damn sure wanna be. All this working like a dog all day ain't working for me. I wish I had a rich uncle that would kick the bucket, and I was sitting on a pile like a Warren Buffett. I know everybody says money can't buy happiness, but it can buy me a bone. It can buy me a truck to pull in. It can buy me a Yeti 110 ice down with some silver bullets. Yeah, and I know what they say, money can't buy everything. Maybe so. It can buy me a bone. They call me redhead, white trash, and blue collar. I could change all that if I had a couple $1 million. I keep hearing that money is the root of all evil, and you can't thread a camel through the eye of a needle. Well, I'm sure that's probably true, but it still sounds pretty cool. Lord, can you buy me a bone? Can you buy me a truck to pull in? Can you buy me a Yeti 110 ice down with some silver bullets? Yeah, and I know what they say, money can't buy everything. Maybe so. You can buy me a bone. Spring is almost over and the summer's coming. Days are getting long. Waited all winter for the time to be right, just to take you along. Baby, get ready. Across the field where the creek turns back by the old stump road, I'm gonna take you to a special place that nobody knows. Baby, get ready. Ooh, you and me going fishing in the dark, lying on her back, sitting counting the stars where the cool grass grows. Down by the river in the full moonlight, we'll be falling in love in the middle of the night, just moving slow. Stand the whole night through, feels so good to be with you. You can buy me a boat to float down on the water with a bear. I hear a Powerball lottery is sitting on 100 million. Yeah, I could buy me a brand new rod and reel, and it can buy me a boat. It can buy me a truck to pull. It can buy me a Yeti 110 ice down with some silver bullets. Yeah, and I know what they say, money can't buy everything. Maybe so. You can buy me a bone. Yeah, and I know what they say, money can't buy everything. Maybe so. It can buy me a bone. Oh. Where did my sound guy go? Can I get a bit less monitor? Less. I think I broke a tooth. Or chipped. Feels like it. All right. That can wait. Anyhow, let's do something original. I came to Nashville for the first time when I was just really young, ridiculously young. I didn't know what to do, I didn't know what to say, and I didn't know who to say it to. And if I'm really honest, I still don't. I guess people have a strategy when they come here. Some people have backers. People have a kind of a strategy. How do I get my music out there? What do I do? And my strategy is just play and let the good Lord lead me where I'm going to go. And if that goes somewhere and I'm supposed to do this, then great. But for now, I love writing. I love playing. And that's just what I do. I just keep doing it until, and don't get me wrong, like if an opportunity presents itself, I take advantage. I play everywhere I can all the time, and I work really hard at it. But I didn't come here going, I'm going to get a record deal, or I'm going to get a production deal, or I'm going to be this big fancy guy on the radio. I just came here and said, you know, I want to write songs with the best people in Nashville, and I want to play to new people. And that's kind of where I'm at. So this song kind of came to me in a bar that's closed now, as it was called Bobby's Idle Hour. And it's about my great-grandparents and their kind of life. And I guess it kind of surrounds, like, I see so many people nowadays that get married and they hit some struggles and then they just throw their hands up. And I guess it's about just hanging on, because, I don't know, people like that, my great-grandparents, they were a different breed, you know. They just were, and it's not that they were able to negotiate stuff better, because we're all people. We see speed bumps, so we're like, ooh, I wonder what this is going to do. Dun, dun. And then we act surprised when we get jolted, you know. But it's kind of about that, and to hang on, to keep keeping on, you know, never give up. Baby, what you want to do? We can sure dance or two. We can run away and don't look back. And what I wouldn't give to be loved like that. It met her when he was a young man, and they'd be married in 34. She told him not until my daddy gives the okay. When his knee fell to the floor, he said, baby, what you wanna do? We could share a dance or two. We can run away and don't look back. And what I wouldn't give to be loved like that. Now Lillian's got 3 boys of her own, but the draft was tough and the haul was long. She misses Wilburn when he's gone, out working them fields most all day long. We said, baby, what you wanna do? And we could share a dance or two. We can run away, don't look back. What I wouldn't give to be loved like that. He said, I know it's hard to hang on in a world that's so far gone. They say nothing lasts forever, but honey, we're proof that they're wrong. Baby, what you wanna do? We can share a dance or two, or we can run away, don't look back. Now what I wouldn't give to be in love like that. Honey, what I wouldn't give to be in love like that. Let's see. I had a person come up to me at last show and said, "You don't have a set list?" I said, "No." He said, "Well, most people have this thing taped to their guitar on the floor." I said, "Yeah, I know. I don't have one." He says, "Well, how do you remember the songs?" I was like, "I don't. I know a bunch of songs, and I kind of just, whatever comes out." It's the way it's always been. I figure if you're going to be in a show, it's going to be different. There's going to be different folks at every show. So read the room, play what comes to you. I don't know. I guess somebody could look at that as unprepared, and I could put a set list down there, but most people that have them anyway change them up anyhow. So, I mean, you know what you know, play what you want. This is one of my favorite songs to play. I was thumbing my way through Montgomery. I had my guitar on my back. And a stranger pulled up next to me in an antique Cadillac. Well, he was dressed like 1950, half drunk and hollow-eyed. Said, "It's a long walk to Nashville, and would I like a ride?" Well, I climbed down in the front seat and I turned on the radio, and them sad old songs coming out of them speakers was solid country gold. And then I noticed a stranger was ghost white pale when he asked me for a light. That's when I knew there was something strange about this ride. He said, "River, can you make folks cry when you play and sing? Have you paid your dues? Can you mourn the blues? Can you bend them guitar strings? Boy, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? 'Cause if you're big store bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride." Well, he cried just south of Nashville, and he turned that car around. Said, "This is where you get off, boy, 'cause I'm going back to Alabama." Well, I climbed out of that Cadillac and I said, "Mister, many thanks." He said, "You don't have to call me Mister. The whole world calls me Hank. Drifter, can you make folks cry when you play and sing? Have you paid your dues? Can you mourn the blues? Can you bend them guitar strings? Boy, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? 'Cause if you're big store bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride." Ha! He said, "Mister, can you make folks cry when you play and sing? Have you paid the dues? Can you mount the blues? And you bend them guitar strings? Boy, can you make folks feel what you feel inside? 'Cause if you're big store bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride." If you're big store bound, let me warn you, it's a long, hard ride. I had a totally different concept of Nashville before I came here. I figured I was going to come here, and when I was a kid, not now. The second time I moved here, I knew what time it was. But when I was a kid, you know, you're 19, you think you know everything. I thought I was going to come here and be, woohoo, I was going to take over Nashville. Well, that didn't happen. And I learned a lot on the road to get to that didn't happen. So I went back home, you know, lived my life, went to college, whatever. Came back here in the middle of June 2019. And that is the time I came, I guess, for me, with the right kind of mindset. I want to write, I want to sing, I want to be the best singer-songwriter I can, and I don't care about anything else. If it happens, great, thank you, Jesus. If it not, it is what it is. Do whatever else you want to do. I put my time and energy into this as much as I possibly can, sometimes more than I should. But I always think that you should do what you love. And I know that's a mouthful, I get it. But I think sometimes we live our lives and we kind of let fear dictate our actions. We don't do what we know we should, what we feel we should, because we're afraid of failing. Can't live like that. So I guess I said, you know what? I'm going to move back to Nashville. I'm going to do this. So I did. And I started getting some places. I won an award from Bluebird Cafe called the Golden Pick for this song I'm going to play here. It's called Ride. Not like the last song, which is called The Ride. But and it was going great, and I was getting gigs, and then COVID. I was like, all right, I can take a hint. But, and it just got me thinking, like, why does stuff happen the way it happens? So this song is kind of about life, the way it unfolds. You know, don't ever regret the things you do in the moment, because no matter what you did looking back on it, Monday morning quarterbacking, you always did what you wanted to do in that moment. Maybe not what you should have done, but what you wanted to do. So this song's called Ride. There's only two ways to leave this town. One's in a box and the other is a ride on a Greyhound. I'm headed northbound at a gate 9. And with any luck by the morning, we'll make the state line. And I don't know where I'm going, what I'll find. I'm just here to ride. There's a mother somewhere with her 2 kids, and she never once thought about everything she never did. So mama, swing me again. Can you push me higher? I know I don't care if I fall, as long as I can touch the sky. There's a child inside us all begging for time. They just want us to ride. There's no other way to go should you ever finally know where you want to be. And riding solo all the time, that's no way to spend your life. Take a drive with me, and you'll see why. Oh, you'll see why. It's all about the ride. And there's an old man sitting with his wife, and they've been swinging together underneath that old oak tree their whole damn life. Tonight he'll lay him down, hold her in his arms, and love her like there's no tomorrow, 'cause there won't be one. Now he's looking right into his maker's eyes, and he thanks him for the ride. There's no other way to go should you ever finally know where you want to be. And riding solo all the time, that's no way to spend your life. Take a drive with me, and you'll see why. Yeah, you'll see why. Yeah, it's all about the ride. There's only 2 ways to leave this town. One's in a box and the other is a ride on a Greyhound. Baby, last night was hands down one of the best nights that we've had, no doubt. Between the bottle of wine and the look in your eye and the Marvin Gaye, and we danced in the dark under September stars in the pouring rain. And I know I can't ever tell you enough that all I need in this life is a crazy love. If I never get to see the northern lights, and if I never get to see the Eiffel Tower at night, oh, if all I've got is your hand in my hand, maybe I could die a happy man. You know I could. Baby, that red dress brings me to my knees. Oh, but that black dress makes it hard to breathe. You're a saint, you're a goddess, the cutest, the hottest, a masterpiece. You're too good to be true, nothing better than you in my wildest dreams. And I know I can't ever tell you enough that all I need in this life is your crazy love. And if I never get to see the door and turn the lights, and if I never get to see the Eiffel Tower at night, oh, if all I've got is your hand in my hand, maybe I could die a happy man. I don't need no vacation, no fancy destination. Baby, you're my great escape. We can stay at home, listen to the radio, and dance around the fireplace. If I never get to build my mansion in Georgia, or drive a sports car up the coast of California, and baby, if all I got is your hand in my hand, baby, I could die a happy man. Honey, I could die a happy man. Baby, I could die a happy man. Yes, ma'am. Getting a little out of tune there. I was driving over here. It's about 2.5 hour drive for me to get here. I was driving over here and I was going down the highway and I was like, well, there's not as much foothills by me as there is out on the way here. And everything was like pink and green and yellow, and I was like, they got more color over here too. All right. See how it is. Are y'all considered Middle Tennessee, or are you more East Tennessee here? Yeah. Yeah, y'all got Pigeon Forge too. This is crap. Just telling you the truth. It's a gorgeous drive. That's a good song. But I remember driving in Florida to shows that were far away, and everything's flat in Florida, right? It's just palm tree. Oh, look, another palm tree. And so you just drive and drive, and there's nothing really to look at because it's all flat. Here, there's mountains, there's colors, there's cows, whatever. So out here was especially nice, though. I drove out here, I was like, man, they got way prettier landscape. Man, she just doesn't want to stay in tune today, does she? And there's my problem. It's always the G string. All right, let's see. Worked all week, ain't done clean cut and clean shave. I got the cover on 68. Fired up and let them horses sing. Oh, she's a little pretty thing, and I'm living a Georgia dream. She's rocking them holy chains. Baby, what you got going on Saturday? Worms out, there's gonna be a party out of town about half a mile. Four-wheel drives and big mud tires, musky down the wine. Oh, baby, you can find me on the back of a jacked up tailgate, sitting around watching all these pretty things. Get down in that Georgia Kate, and I'll find peace at the bottom of a real tall cold drink, chilling with some Skinner down some old Hank. Yeah, let's get this thing started. It's my kind of party. If you wanna drink, oh baby, just do your thing and give them the keys. Yeah, I can drive when you can stay with me, and then after a while slip away from the bonfire, walk by the moonlight down on the riverside, out just sipping on moonshine. And baby, if you're in the mood, you can settle for a one-night rodeo. You can be my tan-leg Juliet, I'll be your redneck Romeo. Yeah, baby, you can find me on the back of a jacked up tailgate, sitting around watching all these pretty things. Get down in that Georgia Kate, and I'll find peace at the bottom of a real tall cold drink, chilling with some Skinner and some old Hank. Let's get this thing started, it's my kind of party. Oh, baby, you can find me on the back of a jacked up tailgate, sitting down watching all these pretty things. Oh, get down in that Georgia Kate, and I'll find peace at the bottom of a real tall cold drink, chilling with some Skinner and some old Hank. Let's get this thing started. It's my kind of party.
Man, you're tearing it up. Y'all like Eric a little bit? Yeah. So what? Okay, you said you just had a baby,
Yes.
right? And so you haven't been out doing any gigs for a while.
Here and there, just
Okay.
not on the schedule I normally do.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And I get that. Look, sleeping any? Are you getting any?
No,
No.
not that I can recollect.
Yeah.
Kind of scatterbrained these days.
And so.
That tends to happen when you can't sleep.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Right.
Actually, she's really good though. She'll do about a 5-hour stretch, which is really odd for a newborn.
That's really good. Yeah. Yeah. Well, so and I've asked everybody since we started back, really, how the pandemic has treated you in the sense that I know nobody was playing, everybody shut down. Go ahead.
When you do music full time, it's hard. I mean,
Yeah.
you have to convince people that you're worth investing in, whether that's hiring you for a show, tipping you, sponsoring you, whatever the case is, buying
Right.
your music, whatever it is. You sell you more than you sell music. So that's hard enough.
Yeah.
And then you throw in a pandemic, you can't play anywhere. 90% of venues are either shut down or closed, or they're at 20% capacity. And
Right.
then it's like, how do you describe that? It's like trying to drive at light speed during rush hour
Yeah.
without a car
Without a car, yeah.
or gas. or shoes.
So all this is building up. You're so it's a lot of people did a lot of writing, and then a lot of people
a lot of writing.
And so while that was going on, it's still even hard to be motivated because you're doing all this writing, but you can't play to anybody.
Like I told you guys at the beginning of the show, singer-songwriters, you're a chargeable device. Without the audience, you're a paperweight. There's nothing there. You're phoning it in. That's just the way that goes.
Right.
If the audience isn't into what you're doing, then you're not going to be into what you're doing.
Right.
I don't care how good you are. If there's no power coming from, there's no power going out.
Right.
So when you're not, what you said is kind of hit the nail on the head. It's really hard to stay motivated in a situation like that because you know nothing's coming. There's nothing like, oh, I got this show coming up, or I got this write coming up, or there's nothing on the horizon.
Sure.
And more than that, it's a big question mark. When's this going to ever stop? So you don't know when the horizon is, or even if there's one there.
Right.
So.
Well, and this is kind of an interesting thing. When the pandemic hit, we tried to do some online stuff. So everybody that we had booked, regardless of pandemic, we went and did Facebook Lives. And all of them said, well, this is just so weird. I'm singing to my camera. There's no feedback. There's no response. And the interesting thing about music, and I'm sure you all get it because you're lovers of live music and you come out and support us. But in a communal environment where you're listening to music, everybody's wavelengths in their brain synchronize. And this is a study that they found that your experience live is 1,000 times more important to your soul than if you just throw it on an album and listen to it.
I think that every person that gets behind a microphone at one point or another has their influences, whoever they are.
Right.
And I think we're all derived of different bits of this artist, that artist, and people we meet along the way too. But I guess it's more. I mean, how do you say that? It's. You have to figure out what motivates you. If you're in front of a camera, you have to kind of envision that there's people there that are also stuck in their home, going out of their mind, a little bit too much Netflix and not enough going and talking to folks.
Right.
And then they also need that that connection.
Absolutely, and it is a connection, and that's who we are as a species.
Right.
And I'm not going to get all philosophical and deep, but we'll talk later when you're having dinner.
Yeah.
Folks, I won't mess it up anymore over here. Although I love talking to artists like this that just this is their life. And I've told people in the past, we all had careers. Before Grinder House, I was in corporate America, 40 years, civil engineering. Every day I went to work, suit and tie and all that jazz. This is Eric's career. And every day he gets up thinking about music, and every day he goes to bed thinking about music. And this is what is the beauty of that artistry of songwriting and pulling it all together and bearing your soul so that I can vicariously live through you. And that's
I do a lot of vicarious living. Look at that ATV. Nice Chevy.
Well, anyway, folks, another warm round of applause for Eric Ryan, man. Way to go, dude. Love it.
Thank you. When I first decided I was going to learn guitar, I was going to be epic at guitar. It was my dad's old Yamaha acoustic. And I'm going to be honest with you, it played like crap. Still does. Sounded pretty good because it's like, I don't know, like 40 years old or something. But I decided I was going to learn a Garth Brooks song and I was going to swoon all the girls. That didn't work either. I thought it was going to be easy, and I was wrong. See, I have ADHD. I've had it my whole life. It's hard to keep my mind focused on one thing unless that one thing is super duper important to me. On the other hand of that, I'm really good at multitasking, and I have laser focus. Unless I don't care about it, and then like you could say something in my ear, and if it contains a word of something I don't care about, I literally won't hear it. But I applied myself, which shocked me. I was like, wow. And I finally learned this song, and it was always one of my favorite songs by him. Just, I don't know, because of how it sounded, because of what it said. And I play it a little different than he does. I hope you don't mind. But little thunder rolls. At 3:30 in the morning, not a soul in sight. The city's looking like a ghost town on a moonless summer night. Raindrops on the windshield, there's a storm moving in. He's heading back from somewhere that he never should have been. And the thunder rolls. The thunder rolls. Every light is burning in a house across town. He's pacing by the telephone in her faded flannel gown, asking for a miracle, hoping she's not right, and praying it's the weather that's kept him out all night. And the thunder rolls. Thunder rolls, and the thunder rolls, and the lightning strikes, and the love grows cold on a sleepless night as the storm blows on out of control, deep in her heart, and the thunder rolls. Waiting by the window when he pulls into the drive. She rushes out to hold him, thankful he's alive. But all the rain and wind, strange new perfume blows, and the lightning flashes in her eyes. He knows that she knows. And the thunder rolls, and the thunder rolls, and the thunder rolls, and the lightning strikes, and the love grows cold on a sleepless night as the storm blows on out of control, deep in her heart, and the thunder rolls. She runs back down the hallway and through the bedroom door. She reaches for the pistol kept in her dresser drawer. Tells the lady in the mirror he won't do this again, 'cause tonight will be the last time. I wonder where he's been. And the thunder rolls, and the lightning strikes, If the love grows cold, so cold on a sleepless night. As the storm blows on out of control, deep in her heart, in the thunder, roll go. I have a confirmation I actually did chip a tooth. You would not believe how much that's distracting me. Focus. All right. Let's see. Let's do another original. This is a song I wrote, and it started just as kind of a cute song that I was going to write because my son was walking around in cowboy boots that came up to like his neck. I mean, you think about a 1-year-old, you know, that's their butt, right? So it was just boot, boot, and then this little tiny torso. Eli, what are you doing? He was so proud. And then, like, I think the second or third time he did it, he got the great idea to grab my cowboy hat, which was like, you know, like this. It was the cutest thing I ever saw. And I got this idea. I was like, well, let me just check. And I call up my dad. I was like, hey, Dad, when I was a kid, did I steal your cowboy boots and try to shuffle around the floor? Yes. You always hid the left one. So I was like, I did? Anyway, so I was like, let me write a song about this. So it's called With These Boots On. I hope you guys like it. I knew I had to have 'em when I first saw my daddy put 'em on. The suede was old and tattered, but the feeling that I had shuffling along. I'd crank up my favorite junior song with these boots on, yeah. My first day in high school, I got into it bad with a kid named James. He kept saying they were stupid and calling me 100 different names. Let's just say I showed him he was wrong with these boots on. Oops. Well, they go back through generations, just in wood and leather hide. They come straight out of the country, have a feeling to more hide. You could stand up tall and take the whole world on. You could stand up tall and take the whole world on with these boots on. Them old suede boots don't fit no more. They're in a closet somewhere collecting dust. And I remember how they made me feel. But time moves on and I grew up. Yeah, I'd like to think some kid somewhere hears this song with his boots on. Yeah, they go back through generations, just some wood and leather hide. They come straight out of the country, have a feeling you can't bite. You can stand up tall and take the whole world home. It's a southern thing now, son, you won't go wrong with these boots on. I knew I had to have them when I first saw my daddy put them on. Hey boss, can I get a mute on the guitar? Thank you very much. So I never used to talk when I played in places like this. It's different. You have to understand, most gigs, if you're downtown or you're some bar somewhere and like you can't breathe because everybody's like standing right here like, and this is me. This is exactly me, and I'm gonna be real with you. And I'm just looking at him like, Rick, can you just blow it that way? No? Okay, thanks. But it's tough. Like, you have an audience that's really there to dance, have a good time, drink, or a restaurant where they're eating. It's a whole different ball game when people are just chilling, having some food, but they're locked on you. You have any idea what it's like to have 50 pairs of eyeballs staring at you? I'd rather be in front of 10,000 people. I really would. Because then you're like blinding lights, but I see some heads, that's about it. It's different. It's a different ballgame. It's why I like places like this because it really trains you how to be a better entertainer. Not just a singer-songwriter, but like how to interact with folks, So, ooh, a very different sound. All right, let's see what to play. Let's do a little Brantley Gilbert here. Oh, it's already tuned. How nice. If y'all got anything you want to hear, let me know. I might be able to cover it. A little sharp. That's okay though. I won't hold it against you. You and me rolling like Bonnie and Clyde, going 95, burning down on 129. Looking for the law and I push my luck. See you riding shotgun like it ain't no thing. Heard the radio up so the girl could sing. Pulling to the party like y'all was up tonight in spite himself. Throw it on down, rock this quiet little country town, and mama, drop the tailgate on your truck. Find a keg and fill your cup. Get on back, pretty little mama looking at me like that. Beg you wanna side on in like girls so. It's a night in spite himself. Damn, Girl, I got and tip my hat. Never thought a country song could make you move like that. We could do it in Daisy Dukes. You got your tapping on your boy's shoulder. Hey, dog, check this out. This is how them girls do it in the dirty South. Have you on a name, can I marry you? Tonight in spite of throw it on down, rock this quiet little word town, baby. And drop the tailgate on your truck. Find the keg and fill your cup. Kick it on back, pretty little mama looking at me like that. Beg you wanna slide on in like girls do. Yeah, tonight in Spottom's Hook. And drink a toast to the good times. Everybody put your drinks up high. Everybody's feeling alright. You're damn right. Tonight in Spottom's Hook. Throw it on down. Rock this quiet little country town, and mama, drop the tailgate on your truck. Find a keg and fill your cup. Kick it on back, pretty little mama looking at me like that. Baby, you wanna slide on in like girls do. Yeah, tonight in Spottom's Hook. Yeah, tonight in Spottom's Hook. Yeah, tonight is Bottoms Up. Get 'em up, get 'em up, get 'em up. That's got a whole different sound to her.
Yeah, it does. Whew. Well, you're getting used to that. We'll give Eric another break here. I'm going to introduce our staff. If y'all could bring the house lights up real quick. I know I said I was going to do it at 7:15, but I thought I'd give Eric a rest and let y'all know who's working for us up here today. You know, Grinder House is truly, truly blessed. We have incredible staff. They're very dedicated. It's like a little family. It's our work family, and absolutely awesome. We have a prep kitchen that people are working down there where the drive-through is. We have the front of house of baristas as well as servers, and we have a regular kitchen. Or I say a regular kitchen in the back. So just so you can place a name with the face, even though you only see half that face for now, with eyes. I'd like to introduce everybody. Our general manager, she is absolutely wonderful. Michelle, say hello to everybody. She's taking really good care of us and the shop, and it's just awesome. I used to give out everybody's last names, and I decided that's probably not a great idea. We'll just go with first names. Front of the line, front of the house there. Dawn, say hello to everybody, would you? Right behind her, Sammy, say hello to everybody. Another Sammy, so we have Sammy R and Sammy A. There's Susie, say hello to everybody. It's Amy, okay, I'm so sorry. Oh, Lord. Susie's at the drive-thru. There's Liz. Liz, thank you so much. The back of the house, and y'all are probably, I'm a broken record. Our kitchen back here is the size of most people's master bathrooms, literally. It's about 12 by 12. We have lots of hot stuff, sharp knives, and it's amazing the job that they do. We're typically running about 400 people a day between 7 a.m. to 3 in the afternoon, and they crank out a lot of stuff, and they do a great job. So, Brenda, say hello to everybody. She's been here all day long. Brenda, thank you so much. We have Heather. Heather's been running the grill. And we also have Andy running the grill. And, I always take great time to introduce this last gentleman here. He probably hates it, but he's absolutely fabulous. He's doing dish back there. So the dish pit for us is literally a dish pit. And what I mean by that is we don't have a machine that washes dishes. We wash everything by hand because we just don't have room for all this back there. Ryan is a dishwasher extraordinaire. Been with us for over 2.5 years now. 2 years. He knows everything in the kitchen, but he loves that meditation over that 3-bay sink of doing dishes. Ryan, take a bow, would you please? Absolutely. Eagle Scout, by the way. Absolutely great. In our booth, y'all may or may not know this, but we stream live on YouTube. We have our own channel. We stream live on Facebook, and we're spreading that out quite a bit. First year, we decided when we went to this level of production, we wanted to hire somebody professional in to do that. So we have James Crawley from Crawley Media Works. James, stick your head out of the little Harry Potter TV studio. Say hello to everybody. James does an incredible job for us, and I have to apologize. He wasn't here. You had me last Friday. And I've heard about it. But
I've only been here once, and I heard about it.
Yeah, right? So, yeah. Anyway, James does an incredible job. He manages 3-camera shoot. He's zooming, panning, tilting, as well as all the sound and our feeds. He does a great job. So, James, thanks you so much. We're blessed to have you, brother. Angela, say hello to everybody. This is my heartbeat, folks. This lady keeps all us cats herded up. She does an incredible job. And behind the scenes, our marketing is done by Angela. She's the love of my life. Angela, baby, thank you so much.
Well, you know what they say. Behind every great man is a woman rolling her eyes.
Yeah, right. And last but not least is everybody sitting in their seats right now. Because without you all supporting live music and coming out here and supporting local businesses like you do, this wouldn't be available.
Yes.
And so thank you all. Give yourselves a round of applause for everything you do to support live music. Yeah, it's important. It's really important.
Thank you.
And that's enough out of me. We're going to turn this back over to Eric. Eric, brother, thank you so much. You're killing it. Just love everything.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Guys.
We got him coming back, too,
I thank y'all for having me, really. He's right, though. You guys are... It's important. Like, a lot of people don't... Like, well, I'm just out. It's hard to see, I guess, from a singular perspective. But from my perspective, having people listen that's everything. That's why we do this. Oh, she sounds pretty. Been up since the crack of dawn, just trying to get paid. It's hotter than 100 suns and I can't find no shade. There's 2 more rows and I'm good to go, and I'm shutting this tractor down. Give me a half an hour for a shave and a shower, and I'll be outside your house. Might have a little dirt on my boots. I'm taking you uptown tonight. Got a little mud on my wheels. They're gonna shine with you up inside. I'm gonna hit the cup, gonna cut a rug, burn it up like neon lights. Got a little dirt on my boots. We're gonna dance the dust right off them tonight. hard as I worked all day, I'm gonna work hard loving on you. Spin you all over that dance floor, right out of them high-heeled shoes. When you're ready to quit, maybe we could slip right out of that barroom door. And when I take you home, don't worry, babe, I'm gonna kick 'em off on the porch. Might have a little dirt on my boots, I'm taking you to town tonight. Got a little mud on my wheels, they're gonna shine with you up inside. Gonna hit the cup, gonna cut a rug, burn it up like neon lights. Got a little dirt on my boots, we're gonna dance the dust right on them tonight. Might have a little dirt on my boots. A little dirty dancing, a blue collar romancing. I can get cleaned up if you ask me, but I can only get so fancy. Got a little dirt on my boots, I'm taking you uptown tonight. Got a little mud on my wheels, they're gonna shine with you up inside. Gonna hit the cup, gonna cut a rug, burn it up like neon lights. Got a little dirt on my boots, we're gonna dance the dust right off them tonight. I'd have a little dirt on my boots. I got a little dirt on my boots, yeah. Been up since the crack of dawn. Give up forever to touch you, 'cause I know that you feel me somehow. You're the closest to heaven that I'll ever be, and I don't wanna go home right now. And all I can taste is this moment, and all I can breathe is your life. And sooner or later it's over. I just don't wanna miss you tonight, and I don't want the world to see me, and I don't think that they'd understand. Everything's made to be broken, and I just want you to know who I am.
that you can't fight the tears that ain't coming. You're the moment of truth in your lies, where everything feels like the movies. Yeah, you're being just to know you're alive. Yeah, and I don't want the world to see me, and I don't think that they'd understand when everything's made to be broken. I just want you to know who I am. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand when everything's made to be broken. I just want you to know who I am. Just want you to know who I am. I just want you to know who I am. And I don't want the world to see me, and I don't think that they'd understand when everything's made to be broken. I just want you to know who I am. And I'd give up forever to touch you. I want you to know who I am. Turn the quiet up, turn the noise down. Let this old world keep spinning round. I wanna feel it sway, wanna feel it sway. Let some feel good in my soul. We have one. And drink a little drink, smoke a little smoke. I want a little more right and a little less left. A little more right now, a little less what's next. Act like tomorrow's 10 years away. Just kick back and let the feeling flow. Yeah, drink a little drink, smoke a little smoke. Set my sails for a new direction, but the wind got in my way. I changed my cause, but my definition changed, staying the same. You wanna sit right here, stay away from there. And just gonna pretend, know that I just don't care. I could get up, go get her back. Baby, I'll just let her go. Yeah, drink a little drink, smoke a little smoke. back, get the blues a span. Break out the wine, begin again. Dig down deep, find my stash, light it up, take me back, Lord. Kick back, get the blues a span. Break out the wine, begin again. Dig down deep, find my stash, light it up, Mary crash and oh no, I don't know. Baby, my take all night, but I'll bet I'll break out that old rock and roll. Yeah, drink a little drink, smoke a little smoke. Yeah, drink a little drink, smoke a little smoke. Yeah, drink a little drink, smoke a little smoke. Yeah, kick back. Yeah, drink a little drink. Smoke. And turn the quiet up. Turn the noise down. Used to spend my night down at a bar room. Liquor was the only love I'd known. And you rescued me from reaching for the bottom and brought me back from being too far gone. You as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as wild as a glass of brandy. Baby, I stay stoned on your love all the time. I used to look for love in all the same old places. And the bottom of the bottle always dry. But when you poured out your heart, baby, I couldn't waste it. 'Cause baby, there's nothing, yeah, like your love to get me high. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet strawberry wine. You're as cold as a glass of brandy. Baby, I stay stoned on your love all the time. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey. You're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy, and I stay stone on your love all the time. Yeah, I stay stone on your love all the time.
I got a chance to write with this guy who owns a studio in Nashville, and I didn't know him from Adam, but I met him somewhere. I can't even really recall. I mean, when you're a songwriter in Nashville, you meet so many people. To keep them straight is a really hard thing to do. Seriously. So if you meet somebody you want to write with, like you hear them play and you're like, I want to write with this person, you know what I do? No joke. Take a picture of them. Take my little pen tool thingy on my phone, write with my finger, you know how you do, and write their name on their page. I know, it's stupid, but I don't forget their name. So I met him, I can't remember where it was, and we sat down one day at his studio and decided to write a song. Now, the context of the song, which, you know, because when you're writing a song, you got to have some kind of idea or some kind of direction to aim for. The context of the song was to be like, country music is getting big, okay? It's getting popular, like ridiculously popular. Nashville's the 5th largest growing city in America. I don't know if you knew that. It was 7 2 years ago. Now it's 5. It's getting ridiculous. So everybody's liking country, and as a result, kind of like rock and pop did, country's splitting off, right? You've got uber like country, which isn't really country, but whatever, pop country. I think that you just call it pop. Anyway, moving on. Then you have country, bro country type, modern country. Then in the middle, you've got just like country. And then you've got like old school country like Cody Jinks and like, you know, things like this. The new school, old school country, the underground country. Like you're cool if you listen to this country. You know what I mean? So people ask me a lot, like, what kind of country do you write? I say, I write what I write, and that's how it comes out. What kind of country it is, not up to me to label. It's up to you. I write it. You can figure it out. So we wrote this song kind of surrounding that idea, and that there's so many people now coming to Nashville or in any other city that are like wearing a cowboy hat and a belt buckle and like cowboy boots and stuff like this. And I meet a lot of these people, and you'll hear them, and they sound like they're from Texas or like southern Georgia, like super thick southern accent, and then you find out they were born and raised in Cincinnati. That's a great accent you have there. Where's that from? But truth, I'm not joking. And the point of this song was not to throw shade or to be mean or to call anybody out. It was just to like say, hey, be who you are, you know? Because who you are is a cool thing. Be who you are. Because nobody wants everybody to be the same. Anyway, so this is a tune I wrote with him, Southlight Sound. His name is Leland Grant. And yes, I just looked it up. Don't judge me. He's actually he's way more handsome than me. Yeah, your typical 20-something, brown hair, built better than me, you know, has a studio, whatever. I'm not jealous. You're judging. I can feel it. Anyway, so this is called In a Country Song, and okay, I lied. It throws a lot of shade, but just whatever. Enjoy. Might want to tune that down. Probably my favorite song that I've written so far, and from what I've heard, it's a lot of people's favorite, so. Here we go. It ain't about trucks and drive up where you're from bonfires. It ain't about kicking back with a cold one cracked or 44-inch tires when a cowboy hat wasn't just for style. And those boots, they're on your feet at seen much more than city miles. When the stereotypes on the radio get it wrong, they might be number one this week and the next they're gone. I remember country used to be a back 40 working hard every day. It was a tractor holding traffic up America and do what you say. And now it's acting like you're from the South, an accent coming out your mouth, wondering where it all went so wrong. Country used to be more than singing country and a country song. It used to be about real lives like mine on a flatwood trailer cutting bale lines. We had an old town road we actually drove on, horses too, ones we actually rode on. Country used to be a back 40 working hard every day. It was a tractor holding traffic up America and do what you say. And now it's acting like you're from the South, an accent coming out your mouth, and I'm wondering where it all went so wrong. Country used to be more than singing country and a country song. But if this is where the country's at, skinny jeans and flat brim hats, brother, you can have that shit back. I remember country used to be a back 40 working hard every day. It was a tractor holding traffic up America and do what you say. Oh, come on. And now it's acting like you're from the South. Keep my accent out your mouth, wondering where it all went so wrong. Country used to mean more than singing country and a country song. Your country used to mean more than saying country and a country song. Okay, so it's a lot of shade. Oh, you should see some of the looks I get when I play this in Nashville proper. All the little young bucks in their skinny jeans, plucked eyebrows, you know, those guys. Ooh, they hate it. Ooh, I love it. I get off stage like, I know it's stupid, but I do. I don't know, we're human beings, why deny it? jab, twist. But seriously, be who you are. That's what makes the world great. Like, I know people from New York. I know people from Michigan, California. I'm married to someone from Michigan. I know for people from California, people from just everywhere, other countries, and that's what makes the world great. What makes us different is what makes us stronger and cooler. And I don't want to go to Ireland and have some guy look at me and go, "How you doing?" That'd be weird, right? It's just freak me out instantly. I'd be like, I gotta go. That's what I left. I gotta go. There's no point. So that's at the core of what that song's about. It throws a lot of shade, but still. Let's see. Okay, this one probably throws the most shade. Here we go. We're getting all the shady songs out of the way, okay? Not shady, but throwing shade. Anyway, this one's personally important to me. I grew up like this. I don't know when this became political. I don't know how it became political, and I don't care how it became political. As far as I'm concerned, nothing about the Second Amendment is political. I grew up shooting. My dad taught me how to hold it, taught me how to not blow my toes off, you know, how to be responsible, how to carry it. I remember I got my little BB gun taken away from me every time I pointed it down or the wrong way or whatever. Like, he was on me all the time until I eventually knew what I was doing, you know. And I wrote this song probably 3 years ago when all that stuff went down over there in Florida, and people were like, "We need to get rid of guns. We need to get." They're still saying it today, but it ain't never gonna happen. But I wrote this just kind of as a marker for how I grew up. I literally did not intend it in any way to be, you know, politics or anything, because I don't like politics. But it went that way, so whatever. Like I said, I write them, you guys do what you want with them. 7 years old, I was raring to go. I had a 12-gauge shotgun burning a hole in my hand. Daddy walked up, he sat down, he said, "Boy, you know that gun don't make you a man." He said, "Respected son, you can have fun, but never forget they'll take it if they can. From my cold, dead hands." 18 years old a few days ago, and now everyone I know is calling me a man. They say I'm too young to own a gun, but it's cool if I use one to die for Uncle Sam. And you can talk tough, son, you can bump your gums, but I bet you won't set 1 foot down on my land. From my cold, dead hands. Yeah, I get my rights from my Lord, not my lands. And the ones I love come second after him. So come on down and take them if you can, from my cold, dead hands. It's been a few years, I'm a grown man now, got married and got a family of my own. If you're coming to take my gun, son, take my advice. Turn around and go home. I got my finger on the trigger of my old 45. When I got my eyes down the sight, there ain't no way you're ever gonna win this fight. From my cold,
my rights from my lord and I'd be land. And the ones I love come second just after him. And so come on down and take them if you can from my cold dead hands. So come on down and take them if you can from my cold dead hands. Seven years old, I was raring to go. I had a 12-gauge shotgun burning a hole in my hands. I get a lot of looks for that one too. Like I said, that's just the way I was raised. You know, we were out there, and if I'm being honest, I never caught on to fishing. I like fishing, but my brother is psycho fisher. Like, he's got a bow fishing, he's got a fishing bow, he's got a boat. He goes out there just for hours, for days. I'm not joking. He will go on Friday evening, like be there till 3 a.m, pass out, wake up at dawn. I don't know how he does it so long. I'm like, where are you at while you're in there in the water? He's like, nowhere. I was like, the nothing box. It's this guy thing. I don't know. Anyway, so, but I always like hunting. I always liked just, plinking, target shooting, whatever. But, I mean, that's just kind of how it is out there. You do those things in the country because there aren't the things to do that are in the city to do, You can't go to the club. You can't hang out with a bunch of people and go to some Chuck E. Cheese or whatever, because there isn't one. There's the Army-Navy surplus store and a tree and a tailgate. Those are your options. So you get inventive. I don't know. I'm going to plink this one off that tree, and it's going to go into the bucket. But like I said, I just write songs from experiences or from life. I don't write really sad songs a lot. It's just not something. Slow songs, sure, but most of them aren't like what you'd call sad, or like you hear a lot of country songs. People make fun of country a lot, and they're like, oh yeah, mama shot my dog and your wife run off and all this stuff. And I'm like, that is totally not what I write most of the time. But there was a friend that I had years and years and years ago, and to be honest with you, I don't even know where he's at now. But he lost somebody to cancer. Like literally, if you spend 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 50 years with a wife, and then they're just gone one day. So the way he told the story, though, it literally just, it would have just made anybody like it left me kind of breathless. And he ended the story, probably the best storyteller I heard, and it was worse, like it was more impactful because it was true. And the way he ended the story, he says the last thing she ever said to me was, move on. He said, still haven't figured that part out yet. So I wrote this song, and I wrote it, and it's crazy how many people I've met that have been through cancer, rehab, double mastectomies, all kinds of crazy stuff. And they come up to me and they're like, this song was amazing, and it did this and it did that. And I just kind of listen like I just wrote it in a room somewhere. I don't even know. It's amazing the impact a song can have. Like, it's the closest thing to magic that there is. Seeing a song connect to someone like that is, it's on a whole other level. I don't even know how to describe it. Anyway, so I'm gonna play it for you. It's called I Move On. Well, there's nothing like the feeling of her hand in mine when she stood next to me. And I remember how it felt when her eyes met mine. But what I just can't see is how she's gone. And I was wrong. And all you ever do is try to bring me down. And so I hide away when her memory comes around. I get lost, but I'll be found. And there's nothing to do right now, so I move on. Baby, I move on. And there's a two-bed house that's colder now. Her shadows dance the walls. And I remember saying why and the way she cried. She said it wouldn't hurt at all, but she was wrong. And now she's gone. All you ever do is try to bring me down. So I hide away when her memory comes around. I get lost, but I'll be found. And there's nothing to do right now, so I move on. Maybe I move on. And she had no chance at all. You took away her time, and you had no right to take what was always mine. All you ever do is try to bring me down. So I hide away when you still come around. I was lost, but I'll be found. And there's nothing to do right now, so I'll move on. Lord, I move on. But there's nothing like the feeling of her hand in mine, and she stood next to me.
Eric, we probably got time for one more. I mean, that's where we're at. It's been an incredible evening. Everybody, we can't wait to actually have Eric back. But, man, so wrap it up however you want to. We got, Thank you so much for being here. And thank you all for coming out and supporting live music.
I appreciate it very much, really.
Really. So, once again, Eric Ryan, man, killing it. Thank you, sir.
Well, let's end it on a fast note, shall we? This is a song I don't play much anymore. I wrote it early when I started writing
4 years ago. So I wrote this one earlier, and it was just meant to be a fun song about where I grew up when I was. See, I grew up mostly in the country in Virginia and Alabama, and then we moved back to Florida when I was like 9 or 8 or whatever, and I hated it. Like, I hated it. So I spent every summer on the hay farm with my great-grandparents. That first song I played. So this is kind of back to them, and me and my brother would get into all sorts of trouble on the farm. I mean, we would take cane poles and pole vault into blow up boats. We would, steal all the wasp spray. We called ourselves the Wasp Avengers or something like that. I can't even remember. We would make slingshots with China berries and shoot the cows. Boy, they hated that. That's it. You know how we did it? We decided who got shot in the butt with the China berry, with China berry. And I mean, these are tire inner tube slingshots. We're talking about a whole 15 FPS here. If they mooed funny. That was a criteria. It was so weird. Boys doing boy stuff. Anyway. But the thing that sticks out in the head most, you ever had a memory that's not a memory? It's a feeling. Used to wake up around 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I could smell breakfast. And I could hear every morning Bob Barker, come on down, the price is right. Every morning. Yeah. And it sounds funny, but God, that's the best memory I have.
I go crazy. Baby, I go crazy. Well, my brother and me woke up to see there was country all around. But my nanny said, no, boys, you can't go till the dew is off the ground. Well, we never were good at listening when there was fishing to be done. And as we grabbed the cane, she was yelling her name, but she can never catch us when we'd run. I go crazy to a country sound. We can turn it up, burn it down till your bare feet stomp the ground. And you can hear my guitar twang clear across town. So grab a cup, fill it up, get a shot of this country sound. Later in life, I know it's hard sometimes when you lose the path you're on. A left turns to right and it's a constant fight just to find your way back home. And take a long look in the mirror, find out who you want to be. 'Cause there's 1,000 no's and that's the way it goes. It's never easy having neon dreams, but I go crazy to a country sound. We can turn it up, burn it down till your bare feet stomp the ground. Gonna hear the guitar twang across town. So grab a cup, fill it up, get a shot of this country sound. It ain't what you wear, how you do your hair, or the shoes that are on your feet. It's the rhythm inside, it's the gold sunshine, it's the people that I meet. Do you go crazy? Do you go crazy? Do you go crazy to country sound? And you turn it up, burn it down till your bare feet stomp the ground. You can hear my guitar twang clear across this whole damn town. So grab a cup, fill it up, get a shot of this country sound. Grab a cup, fill it up, get a shot of this country sound. Grab a cup, light it up, get a shot of this go crazy.
I appreciate y'all listening very much. Thank you. You can find me online at Eric Ryan Sound on most any social media, or ericryansound.com, and it's ERICRYANSOUND.
Thank you, brother. Nice work.
Thank you, man.
Everybody, thanks for coming out, supporting our business and live music, his business. Y'all be safe getting home. That's a wrap.
You're listening to WFMC Jams here, IT Guru, on your Friday evening. That was In the House at the Grinder House with Eric Ryan and Asa Reese as the host there tonight. I hope you had a great time watching as we did here. What a great show out there. You can catch this show every Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. live here, Central Time, here on WFMCJams.com. Be sure to check our site. We got more coming up tonight on the way. Stick around for that. We'll be back after a few minutes.
A ranger station.
I'd like to report a bear hug.
Okay.
I put out my campfire and Smokey Bear hugged me.
So you drowned the fire, you stirred it, drowned it again, and felt that it was cold?
Uh-huh.
Yep, he's just letting you know you did good.
Bear hug from Smokey Bear. Status update.
I'm gonna let you go now. There are many ways to start a fire, but one sure way to put it out. Learn how you can do your part